Today I'm going to be showing you a quick tutorial on one of my favorite games for Super Nintendo, which is called Cybernator by Konami, which is actually a Salt Suit Vulcan, a minor series out of Japan. I think there was actually one for the PS4. But what I'm showing you today is something that I don't think there's another video out there on YouTube or anywhere showing you how to do this. There's a secret weapon in the game called the Napalm Launcher. It's really strong. Anyone who speedruns this game knows about it, knows how to get it. I'll show you how to get it. But there's a super secret, basically, in the game where you can actually upgrade the Napalm Launcher. And we'll talk about that a little bit further on in the video, but that's what I wanted to show you how to do today. It's a pretty tough challenge. There's a lot of parts to it, so let's just get into the game. Alright, so to get the Napalm Launcher, just the base version, on the first stage, you can't shoot your weapon at anything except the boss of the stage. So you basically just have to rush through the entire stage. It doesn't matter if you get hit, you can take damage, that's fine, but you cannot shoot your weapon at anything but the boss. If you do that, now anybody can do this, it's pretty easy, doesn't take much practice at all, you just zoom all the way to the end, and then kill the boss, and boom, you'll have the Napalm Launcher. It's the next step after that where it gets challenging. Alright, so we're at the boss. You can do this any number of ways. You don't have to use the Vulcan cannon here. You have two weapons. The other one is a fist weapon. You can use that if you want. But you have to only be hitting the boss if you can. I think you can hit those two gun turrets, but I don't risk it. I just like to shoot directly at the boss. Okay, so the boss is defeated. Pretty easy, didn't take much damage. And we go to the next stage. So here's where it gets challenging. So there's not much information on how to get the Napalm Launcher upgrade. Getting it is easy, but getting the upgrade is what's hard. There's a lot of misinformation about there. There's a few articles on cheat websites about how to get it, but the criteria is usually pretty vague and not laid out. Basically, you have to repeat what you did in the first stage. So you cannot shoot your weapon at anything except the final boss, but there's another piece to this. You cannot collide with any objects. What does that mean? Asteroids. So there are asteroids all throughout this run and gun stage here. You cannot hit any of them. Alright, so here we are, we're starting the stage. Just past our first group of asteroids. You can see I have the Napalm Launcher here. You see the little dash next to its energy bar? That means right now it can't be upgraded. That's its final form. Alright, so you're dodging a few things. You're gonna take a missile occasionally. You're gonna get hit. There's our second group of meteors. You've got to avoid them. Here's the hard part, right there. Boom, did you see that? You have to zoom through that group of asteroids, and it's pretty tough. It's really easy to hit one of them. So I know this is pretty quick. I apologize for that. You might need to back up if you want to see it again. Alright, so now we're in a free-floating stage where we're trying to make our way to the boss. There's several routes you can take. I usually take the upper level. But you see those turrets that are shooting you? Those are also asteroids, so you cannot collide with any of those at all. If you do, you have to restart the whole game. You're not going to get it. And for that reason, we're going to be using save states. Alright, so I made it past all those obstacles. We're at the final boss of the level, which is basically like a battle cruiser. Now here's the tricky part. When he comes out, he shoots his own ring of meteors. You see that? Now I collided with a couple of them, so I reloaded the game because I invalidated the whole thing by doing that. We'll try again. Just shoot at him. Be careful not to hit any of the asteroids. Do not hit them. Shoot directly at the boss, and boom. If you're using the Napalm Launcher, it's easy. You'll hit him in a few hits. Just don't get hit by any of those asteroids. That is the key. That's the only criteria. That, and don't shoot your weapon except at him. Now, if you're playing the game normally, you won't know if you succeeded until you get to this stage. So it's kind of annoying. You basically have one shot to get it. If you don't get it, you have to reset the whole game. And boom, there we go. Now you can see that the Napalm Launcher is upgradable. It has the little number there. Those are basically the ticks that you require power-ups in order to get to the next level. All the weapons have 3 levels. Napalm Launcher gets significantly more powerful, and the fireballs bounce off of walls when you get to a higher level. See, there we go. I just picked up a power-up. It ticked down, got another one. And that's how you level up the weapons in the game. But yeah, if you don't complete that challenge on level 2, if you hit any asteroids, or if you shoot your gun at anything except the boss, this will not work. And so that's why it's a pretty obscure cheat that not very many people have talked about or covered. Probably not even worth trying if you're trying to speedrun through the game, but it does make the rest of the game significantly easier. So, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the game.